Oh, it's nice. And see me. There we go. That's what I just pulled when I was just waiting. So lovely, lovely. New beginnings. And Aries is the first sign, so it's about new beginnings. Right. So mic check. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, it's working. Right. Right, so that's the link if you want to book a session, and the other one's for the membership because I just want to crack on and do the collective ones. So if people want personals, you'll just have to wait till next week. If someone was like really desperate, I would do it, but I've got energy to do this and I don't know about what else. So the other thing is I'll see how I feel after, and if I can get this done in an hour, maybe even 90 minutes, I might decide to just do Taurus too, and then I can have my Friday night back. Do you know what I mean? So, but we'll just see. Because if I'm too tired, I'm not going to do it. So let's get the wee. Oh, I think they want me to do that and that. So I've titled it, the words from. Oh, I like that song, but I can't remember where it goes again. Adele. Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet. And then I swear to God, I pulled that out. I was like, okay, I think we get it. And then we've also got new beginnings. So, um, but yeah, this says your soul is preparing to reconnect, trust in the process. So yeah, the reason I put that in the title was because that came on with Spotify earlier when I was hanging out with my nieces in the garden, um, and then when I was looking for the Mercury retrograde memes, I saw that one that I posted in the community tab, which is got a screenshot of the hello video. So I was like, oh, so there's definitely a theme of people from the past coming back, blasts from the past, and that is the theme of Mercury retrograde whenever it's in any sign. But because this Mercury retrograde is in Leo, that's why I keep saying grab the popcorn. I don't think it's going to be boring. It's either going to be people you really want coming back in your life, or it could be like exes that you don't want popping up. It's Leo is the most dramatic sign, so that's what I mean. It could be like really happy, dramatic things, or it could be like just are the exes the drama? Yeah, the exes are the drama usually. So, um, so these are the cards I pulled out to go with that. And they're all about marriage again. So it's all things about union, because there's that one about souls reconnecting. But then I pulled heart. You begin to feel your heartbeat faster when you're close, but that's like a bride and groom making the heart signs with the emoji. So, and then this one's got a bride and groom as well. Cherish your relationship. So usually that means union. And the exciting thing is again, so it fluctuated. I was saying to one of you for email, I was like, there's always miserable fuckers that do that, right? As soon as I celebrate something, There's always, and if it's ever it's about the subs, there's always a few people that leave to make it and all that. So it was like two people left, and then it didn't say 144 again on the subs like it says now, because that's so satisfying looking at that. But then I just said a little prayer, and then I woke up, and there was exactly the numbers to make it 144. So, and now there's more. So, to the people that done that, do you know what I mean? There's a lesson in that. For every couple of horrible fuckers, there's like double and more that come to replace them. So don't let them bring you. Don't let the fuckers bring you down. That's a very Aries moon thing to say. So I think what we'll do is I think we'll take this and this, and then usual might end up using something else. So, but that's one of my favorite cards because it's like, they're both naked and but meaning like vulnerable. So they might not like that in the thumbnail, but they're vulnerable and they're not looking at each other, but they're almost looking at each other. So it's like, you're almost ready to face yourself, to face your shadow. Let's hope these are even in the shot. Um, yes, and it would be good if some people arrived to sort of help me get through this, but I'm feeling all right now. I'm doing it. I'm gonna lie, earlier I really didn't want to do this, and you can't see what it says. We'll just I was considering. I was trying to work out if I should just take a break, like from doing these for like a month. But I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it in a month. So because that'll be a wee bit through wheel season, and then I can just, you know what I mean. I'll do other stuff on here, but I just want a wee break from this, basically. Right. So this is for Aries in the first house. You've all got Aries somewhere. You've all got first house. Aries is action, masculine energy. Regardless of your gender, we've all got masculine, feminine. Obviously, everyone that's here around here all the time knows that, and everybody usually knows that anyway. But and if you're brand new, you'll see the way that I do it in every video anyway. I read for your masculine and feminine within you and within a connection, if it's even yours, kind of thing. Um, yeah, the first house is your body, it's your personality, it's your ego. We've all got an ego, you just got to keep it in check, kind of thing. Um, it's loads of other shit, guys, but I can't be bothered going on about it because that'll take up the time. So we have love. Oh, sorry, that's my favorite one. That so love is patient, love is kind. The Corinthians again, one of the most famous ones. I always remember it from it's in the Wedding Crashers. It's in loads of things, but yeah, love is patient, love is kind. Corinthians 13:4. So the 13th of April could be significant, or the 6th or the 14th of June. I'm the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. So again, that feels really significant with that picture. Love is patient, love is kind. So I feel this is going to speak to the group of you that have been very patient with yourself and very patient with your person. Love it. It's funnier when the people are here that find it funny, but I've just laughed myself. Your person. And when I say your person, you're all your own people. So it's not really your person, but you know what I mean. Your person that you think about quite a lot and they think about you quite a lot. And then sometimes some of them pretend that they don't, but we see that they do. Right. Okay. Right. Now I'm just going to keep saying your person. Right. Okay. So let's identify this is the energy of the feminine. Yeah, definitely. If I could sort of breeze, I don't mind doing this, just breezing through myself, not talking to people. And then I'll do Taurus as well. Right. So, but if people come, I'll talk kind of. Right. So, what have we got? What have we got for the divine feminine? So, this is the feminine's energy, or it is the karmic energy around you, or the energy of what's happening in the masculine. Oh, look at the way I worded it and then what came out. Femme fatale, inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. Do you know what? That is the coolest but weirdest synchronicity. we were watching Wicked earlier, right? And one of my, I think the oldest one said, what's she doing? And I was, I can't remember what I said, but I basically found a way to say she's seducing him. Do you know what I mean? But I was like, oh, I think she fancies it. I think she fancies him. She's trying to pull him in or something. So anyway, it's quite interesting, funny synchronicity. But yes, so I feel what they're trying to say is somebody like a karmic femme fatale who uses an inappropriate use of sensuality and has an attachment to money and power must have, you know, somebody took your man or somebody took your woman. So let's see what else. Yes, absolutely, because now we have Virgin in reverse. Quite hilarious, really, isn't it? Fear of intimate union. Um, That's quite interesting though with that card about your soul is preparing to reconnect. So yeah, I do feel it's like there's a femme fatale, or there could be a few in some people's cases that got in the way, or the male version of that, a Don Juan, whatever, that got in the way of a connection. I know what's new, but at some point. But I feel fear of intimate union. I feel this is like this is you. If you're the feminine, like there was a fear of intimacy at some point for your from you, and then this would be the masculine too. Let's get. Can you give me something for the feminine? Student. Now there's that one we always say: when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Humility, devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. So yeah, I feel that you've been on a journey with your twin flame, and it's, you know, the journey has been interrupted at some point by femme fatale sort of archetypes and virgin in reverse, whatever we're going to call that. Fuck no. Fear of intimate union, but I feel it's because there was I feel what they're trying to say is it's like, but there is a happy ending coming because that's sticking out, and we got a new beginning at the start. It's like I feel, I didn't mean that in a direct way. That's quite funny with all the cards that have come out. You can tell it's Aries. That's passion. Um, I think they're just trying to get across that there was a fear of how intense this was. That's what it feels like. Oh, bully! They're telling you. So somebody has, look, freeing yourself and others from destructive impulses highlights your tendency to intimidate others, helps you confront the inner fears that bully you, conceals deep fears behind verbal, physical. Basically, I feel that goes with that. Look, so I feel there's bullying femme fatales. Bullying femme fatales, or change it to the masculine energy that have got in the way of this. And again, and in the exorcist, that's always like the shaman card, right? Like you help free others from, I think you basically, if you're the feminine energy, you've helped people that have been bullied and you protect people from bullies. And, but also there was bullies involved here. And again, another interesting synchronicity when we are watching Wicked, I hadn't actually noticed how much she was bullied by the other. Like I totally, that went way over my head. So, but the fact that that went way over my head, that I know what they're saying. That this is going to be, I think it's going to be quite deep because it's Aries, it's like raw and real, you know, Aries moon. Um, that's what I got from it. It was like I don't know. I think it was because it was. I don't really like musicals. Like it's, you know, every now and again. Like it's quite funny because Grease is like my favorite, but yeah, there aren't too many films that are musicals that I like. I kind of zone out. But anyway, I must have done that the other day when I watched because it is really long. Because like even my nieces were like, "That was I was like, "Have you seen it?" They're like, "Yeah," and because that's when we were at my mum and dad's, and then when we came here, I was like, they asked to put it on basically because I'd mentioned it, but yeah, I don't know. I was paying more attention today, and I was like, "God, she's a total bully." You know what I mean? Like before they make friends, because I'm not even really too keen on her by the end either. So I feel what they're trying to say is like, at some point, like you could have had people around you like that were bullies and you couldn't actually see it, whoever that was around you. But I do also think it will mean like there's karmic energies. So I feel it's karmic energies of yours, and then I think there could be it's also karmic energies on the masculine side. That's what I feel that's about, because it was really interesting how, and now Avicii Wake Me Up's on. So they're clearly saying the masculine's waking up to that kind of energy around them. So remember, that's a lot of cards, but that also means the masculine could be waking up, freeing themselves from bully kind. I feel that means like narcissistic tendencies and toxic people, however, because bully is a strong word, but I mean it has come out. So I feel the masculine's waking up to that. And like also energies that are femme fatales, and you're learning too. Very interesting. Right, okay, let's put them back and see if any of the same ones come out, because that's a bit that can take ages. But again, I can see the scary, scary synchronicity with just watching Wicked again. Because it's horrible. Like even at one point my youngest niece was like, what was it? How did she say it again? She said it like, this is making me want to cry. And I was like, right, it makes me want to cry too. It's sad. She was like, no, but it's really making me want to cry. And then I was like, hey, wait a minute. Because I was like, wait a minute, I hope you're not trying to tell me you're being bullied. But you know, Auntie Claire's gonna come. But no, she was like, no, it's just making me want to cry. I was like, yeah, that's because that's empathizing. You're feeling for the one that's the grief one. I was like, that's a good thing. But she was like, I'm going through there, it's making me cry. You can tell she's a Pisces. Um, and then that made me think of Love. Oh my God, Love Island last night. Oh my God, my heart. Oh. And I know there's people out there watching this or watching that, so I'll talk for you, even though nobody's talking back to me. But oh my God, for those of you that don't watch it, right, basically, I don't even know where to start. There's a guy that's bed hopping. He's very young. We'll let him off. He's very young, but it's kind of really disgusting what he done. Um, he slept with one girl one night and then he dumped her and then he's got with the other one and the other one didn't know that he slept with her. Again, full stop. Hanging in a room when there's 16 people, even doing the other stuff in the room when there's 16 people. Do you know what I mean? Talk about femme fatale and virgin in reverse. That's actually quite funny too that those cards came out. But yeah, it was actually, although it sounds funny, it wasn't funny because the girl, they were all crying. It was just, it feels like fucking humiliation, bloody like rituals or something. But it was more for me. The bit that really got me was the guy that, because when they pair up, it was the thing where they stand up and they pick each other, and so she picked him so that he was coming away from the one that he's just slept with, who's got starry eyed, totally in love with the guy. Um, and of course, he makes it look like it's them, and that, oh, I'm the innocent one. I'm just getting pulled from pillar to post. It's like, no, you're fucking lying to the two of them. But yeah, it was the guy that she's paired with, and he was left. Oh, that was heartbreaking because he's like really, really nice guy, really proud guy. But it was after it was all over, and it was like you could see he was upset. And then the other new guy went to comfort him, and basically when they went up on that, they go up on this terrace bit. He started crying, and it was, oh my God, I was howling at that. I mean that, and then I realized, I thought, oh my God, that's because that's been filmed in Cancer Sun, Pisces Moon. So although it was already Aries Moon, it was, that's what I remember I said about that energy. If you're here all the time, you know what I mean. Very, very sad, emotional energy. And because that was all shitty things that were happening to them anyway, it was making it 10 times worse. And then also, this is the other geeky astrology bit about it. That guy that was crying is a Pisces. So it means that the moon was, for all we know, it could have been like right on top of his sun, like really kind of making him feel his emotions, because the moon is the feminine. Pisces is a feminine sign. Moon in Pisces on his sun. You know what I mean? It makes sense to me. And also the North Node, uh, would have been aligned with the North Node at some point too. And but then I was like, so I went, I just liked it. I always, I could tell before I checked, and then I didn't know those two guys' signs. And the guy that was comforting is a Virgo, the opposite sign. So it was like they two were the yin and yang together. It was like, and it was just honestly, you tough to see it to get it, but for the people that are watching, it'll know what I mean. But the people that don't, I'm just mentioning it because it was again, for all the things I can't stand about Love Island, that's why I like it, because I remember that happened last year too. It was a really beautiful example of that's quite interesting that bullies come up too, because there is a lot of that. It was a really beautiful example of men crying and other men like supporting them with it. Because both these guys are hot. Like, look, I'm a lot older than them, they're young guys, but both good looking guys. Got nothing to do neither here, but they are both nice looking. And nicer looking than the other ones that have been in basically. And but it was like he was like, I can't believe I've cried. I've not cried in years, right? But again, that's because of the intensity of the energy as well. And the other guy was like, it's healthy, just let it out. You know what I mean? It makes you stronger to be able to cry. And I just thought that was lovely because that guy's like a big, do you know what I mean? They're both big gadgets, basically. It's like, you know, acting cool, and you just wouldn't expect them at all. I just thought it was nice to see. Um, but it wasn't nice that the guy was crying because basically he was like, I'm totally embarrassed. And I've definitely had moments in my own life like that where, you know what I mean? It's like, I think all of us have at some point. And that's what I mean. It's quite funny watching that last night, and that's still in my mind. Wait a minute, was that last night one, or was that no? Sorry, that was the night before last, but it was because I watched it again last night. That's what it was. And so I reminded myself how sad it was. Um, but yeah, and then it's quite funny watching Wicked tonight as well, again, because of it, so there's going to be something in this story that I pick up on, like there's got to have been some type of humiliation because that's the theme here. That guy was humiliated. The girl was humiliated on Love Island. Again, though, it's got to be said, you don't be doing that 2 minutes into knowing somebody feels thought, but 2 minutes into knowing somebody and you're on the telly hen. No, I mean, I hope they do get the counselling that they're meant to get. Apparently, they do get counselling, but I mean, I don't know what people are saying out there about that, but that does make me want to go and look and see actually what people are saying because, and the other thing is like, look, those guys are not giving the Scorpios a good name, and that Scorpios don't need any more of that. You know what I mean? Like Scorpio's my favorite sign, but those two guys that are treating women like that, they're both Scorpios. It's like the other one's teaching the other, but the older ones, it's like an older Scorpio man is teaching the young Scorpio man, oh yeah, it's fine, she'll get you back, just do whatever you want, because he said as well, yeah, I could even get her back if I wanted, like the other one he was with a few weeks ago, which on Love Island is like years. I was just like, man, you fucking nuts, man. Like, good luck getting girlfriends when you get, but the thing is, they will get girlfriends when they come out if they're not the same ones. It's disgusting. Anyway, that's sad little rant over. But right, so right, so what have we got? But that's what I mean. Everything that happens to me was part of it. So there is something about, oh yeah, pairing it together with that actually, it's going to be something to do a femme fatale as being humiliating for the feminine at some point. So the cards will tell us Aries moon. And right when I said that, a spider just ran out and then ran back again. And spider webs are black magic spell work. Right, masculine energy. Let's see if the same ones come out. Oh my god! Right when I said that, detective, but it's in reverse. Voyeur, voyeurism, falsifying information. We've got a liar. And then we've also got gossip on the thing too. I've not shuffled them. But look, so that feels like gossip. So either the masculine created gossip by that energy, by being with that energy, or different energies like that. Oh God, this sounds like the same story I read every day. Or there's gossip around a masculine. Hello, Renee. How are you doing? Renee, you have still not had your cards from the last new moon, and it's about to be the new moon in Leo next week. I know, of course, I come in on voyeurism. That's hilarious. Um, so, but what I would say is, if you don't mind, can I do them basically when I come back next week? Because I have not got energy to do that. I've got just about energy to do this, but basically when I'm doing everyone else's new moon cards at the new moon next week, just remember that you've not had your cards from the last new moon. So just, um yeah. But no, do you mind if I don't? I'm not going to do it tonight though, because I've barely got energy to do this. So okay, good, thanks. Yeah, I know it's slow, so I've just saw that now. Yeah, because it's like because I usually give people a good 15 minutes for that, and it's like that'll. But it's more just to do with I've got. Oh look, the same cards have come out. Fuck, the same. Are you right? Look, I'm just the medium passing on the message. Look at this. That is fucking crazy. I'm not. Look at how many cards there are. The same cards did come out. We've got Bully, Exorcist, and Virgin again, but this time it's upright. So this look, this is really strange, but I feel again this is a very similar repetitive message of this group of masculines are working out who's the bullies and who's the people untangling people from bullies and narcissists and stuff, and who's the person that's purity and of heart and spirit. Because if we got Virgin in reverse, when I was talking about the karmic energy, it's quite funny, but the cards are correct. And now we've got Virgin. Now again, it's not that I know what they're saying. It's not that divine feminines are virgins. So again, some of you might be good for you, but a lot of divine feminines are very celibate, right? And it's like I just feel they're saying it's a difference between love and lust. Like the masculines are being like, this person's a bully, and this person is purity of heart and spirit. You know what I mean? This person conceals deep fears behind verbal and physical abuse. This person is pure of heart and spirit, and they free others from destructive impulses. So that's what the masculines couldn't see before, because detective in reverse, because the spider web is, confusion, illusion, but they're starting to work that out. Yeah, judge. I feel they're saying this person, student in reverse now, we got that upright for the feminine. This person couldn't see what was going on, but now balancing justice, compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. It's like now that this group of masculines have healed some more, they fell for a damsel. I think this is different archetypes. So we've got a femme fatale and now we've got a damsel. It's like basically manipulative women. Like it's where all the masculines, I'm saying women, so if you're new around here, I usually do channel it. Avicii Hey Brothers on, so a brother could comment in this somewhere. But sorry, my nose is really itchy. That's when the loved ones and spirit are coming in. It's something like that, It's like because now again, obviously as well on Wicked, she's not very nice. Like that's basically my point. Like, hello Rosalind, how are you doing? Like when I was talking to my when I was in it when we were watching it, like when I just said to my niece, I was like, oh, I totally hadn't realised how horrible she was to her before they made up. And it was like the way I was like, oh, I like the blonde one. I was like, I don't really like her. Not even towards the end, I don't like her. But probably it's because I didn't say the last bit to them, but I was thinking in my head, but probably because I don't like them actually, are very satanic. Anyway, that's what I was thinking in my head. But um, she really is really horrible to her before they become pally. And I'm like, it's like, this is not a good message for kids. Like, what? Is she met a fanker now? She's bullied her half the film. And now it's like, oh, I've given you a hat to look like a fucking knob. And now I'm going to copy your dance. So now we can be friends and I'll make you cool. What kind of message is that for kids? Oh, yeah, somebody can just bully you for ages and make you feel like shit. You know what I mean? But then when they decide they want to be your friend, it's all right. No, sorry. That's what, you know what I mean? There's a nice message in that film, but that message is a wee bit fucked up if you get what I'm saying. So anyway, that's what I feel it ties in with this. You know what I mean? It's like because in that too, again, it's they just touch on it, don't they? But there is a bit in that film that's very slight, where he's quite drawn to the green one. But then it's like, so it's like, it's like a man being drawn to something that they shouldn't be. It's like, oh, I'm more attracted to them. Oh, but no, I couldn't possibly. And it's just a great analogy because she's fucking bright green. But you can change that to anything. That's the whole point of the film. It can be about whatever you want to have prejudices about, and because everybody's got everything. Like, oh, they're different. Don't go near them for whatever fucking stupid reason. But yeah, damsel, waiting for a knight to provide for you. Look, to provide for you. Seduction by romantic illusion is the key word in there. This masculine's now judging a situation, and they see that they couldn't see before because it's detective in reverse but they see that they've been manipulated by a damsel in distress and a bully and a femme fatale. Wow, that's not nice karmic energies. Is there anything else you want to tell us? But that could be the same person or that could be different people. Depends how it's going to fit. And like I said, it always comes out like the feminine's a female, the masculine's a male. Not all the time, but the majority of the time when I'm doing this. Sometimes it doesn't though, but very most of the time it does. So you can just change it as it suits you. Engineer. So again, somebody could be some type of engineer, ability to get creative energy, a practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas, reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. But also, I think they're trying to say the masculine at some point was quite shut off, cold, maybe very King of Swords, detached, and chose things that were sensible rather than following their heart. Yeah, I know, same story again. Right, so can you tell I'm in that mood of like, oh my god, I just can't be fucking arse telling the same story over and over and over again. That's why I was considering having a break. But I'm gonna power through until, like I said, roughly a month from now, and then roughly a month from now I'll just have a wee break from these. I don't know about live streams in general, but just this type because it really, oh look, curse. Yes, curse. Hex, witchcraft, negative mind. Interesting when I was just talking about those very satanic people in that film. So yeah, the masculine couldn't see who was who because they had a negative mind. Or they could have literally been hexed as well and lost. They're telling you, fucking hell. Forbidden non-committal sexual energy. That's most of the time a karmic card. Right. Tell us that you may as well because I picked this up. So what happened in the past? Although those other cards have given us the tea. So by the time Mercury, I don't know what time Mercury goes retrograde. Basically, it's by tomorrow. So Mercury's going retrograde tomorrow, and it's going retrograde in the sign of Leo. So, like I said at the start of this, basically drama covers it. So I hope and pray that it's good drama overall. But especially because I just saw something about a new chapter, breaking point, unworthy, pride. Somebody's pride is breaking down, or they went through an ego death. Right. Confusion. Uncertain, unclear, and unsure. So that kind of came out reverse. So I feel in the past, the feminine, you've been confused about something, uncertain, unclear, unsure. So it's probably what's going on in this connection. So maybe basically, if you're the feminine, you didn't know any of this that I've just channeled. But it might not be that. What else? Yeah, unexpected outcome. Things didn't go the way I planned, but I feel it's more the top bit. You've been confused and you've had like, look, because she's like, it's like in the past you've had confusing things and things that you didn't plan that have shocked you. So it's either news coming your way or things happening to you. Somebody wants to mend it and they want to chase you because they're coming out the curse. Where was the masculine in the past? Remember, that's the one I just said. I saw. So limit, final straw, overwhelmed. Although I'm saying the past, I feel this might be present. So I think it's for some of you, this is the past, and some of you, this is the present. So just take it as it resonates. But someone's was or is at their breaking point, limit, final straw, overwhelmed. And they do want to mend. Oh my God, look at this, how it keeps coming out the same words. Cloudy judgment, illusions, unbalanced, distorted. So that is kind of like what I'm getting from that is it's like when this masculine was in distorted energy under a curse, bad judgment from these karmic energies, femme fatales and whatever all the other things were, when they were unbalanced, they've something's confused the feminine, and now they want forgiveness. The, what? Oh my God, that's never happened. Except I think, look at that. fuck me. Wow. Wow. It was already wow because divine masculine wants forgiveness and divine feminine was right behind it. Divine masculine wants forgiveness from divine feminine for the femme fatales. Well, there's a title. God, Aries moon really does give the truth, doesn't it? That's wait a minute. I think we need this one, don't we? Although I don't think it's shown off in the wow. Or we'll put them together. But also, I think this is against all odds. A divine feminine, divine masculine are there's going to be forgiveness. Let's face it, that's the way it's going to go. Yeah, that's a good one. I think that's better than the other ones. And anyway, it's so small when I put the thumbnail on it. Right, so fuck, this is the tea. Like I said, in the past, oh, that's so cool the way I'm looking at it too. Divine feminine, divine masculine. So I see how much that fits with the your soul is preparing to reconnect as well. If you can come into this forgiveness, because that's why I was saying, oh, that's funny. I normally do the past, and there's a mix. I'm just feeling a strong, strong mix of that being the past and the present for some, because I'm struggling to get over the past. So it's like whatever it is that's happened in the past, either both people or someone is struggling to get over it when they were in cloudy judgment and now they're at breaking point. So what this screams is somebody's acted from a place of cloudy judgment. They could have been under some kind of false illusion that you weren't who you said you were, or you'd done something to them or something. And now they're at breaking point because it just really does feel like a baddie in a film, you know, because again, that's why they've obviously got me to watch Wicked again, because it's like that woman that makes out, she manipulates her basically. She makes out, you know, the head of the school makes out that she's like, oh, you know, I'm just this lovely woman that's guiding you. And what? Chiron was the only planet in retrograde when you were born? I don't know, Renee. I'd need to look at your. That could be true. I mean, like, say, wait a minute. I'll just because you said it. It's like say, you might hear me say all the time, but it's very rare to have 6 retrogrades like I've got. I don't meet many people with that. I see like or like 5 is quite rare too, but 6 is very rare. So that might well be the case, but we'll just have a wee look. But I attract a lot of people with Mercury retrograde. Now I can't stop singing that fucking song again. Na, 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 defying gravity, learning to fly. Do, do, do. Na, 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 na. It's just like Frozen. I said that to me. She was like, it's not like Frozen. I was like, it is. The other one's like freezing stuff because she's angry. And this one's like knocking shit over that because she's angry. Obviously, I didn't say shit. You know what I mean? But it's the same. And then she's like, oh, yeah, it's kind of the same. It's exactly the same. Um, the difference is she's green. Um, no, you also have, I can see another one. Saturn. You've got Saturn retrograde as well. Saturn retrograde and Taurus to be exact, and Chiron. But yeah, the rest you haven't. So, um, I was hoping for Mercury, meaning the things would flip. Ah, but yes, Renee. The thing is, like, it's you're better not. Well, it just depends, right? Look, you are who you are, but Mercury retrograde is 4 times a year, which is quite a lot. But there's more of the year that it's not retrograde. So things should go better for you then. So do you know what I mean? So it's quite I see what you're saying, but it's kind of like, and it's not always the way, because again, like it used to be like that for me, but well, hopefully it's like that this time. But um yeah, the last few Mercury retrogrades for the last few years I've not liked them. So but I'm not gonna bother about it, like, oh no, you know what I mean? But I'm so grateful to be at home. Lovely. Um right, I think we've got enough from these cards. Oh whoa, yeah, look. So I'm still looking at, so just to clarify, in the past, the divine feminine was confused, uncertain, unclear about something. Something was an unexpected outcome. The masculine was left at breaking point in some kind of confusion, cloudy judgment, because it's literally got divine masculine, divine feminine on top of the cards I just said. And there's forgiveness for something, or somebody wants forgiveness. I'm struggling to get over the past. Like, so I feel what it is like something's happened, and now this person is like going through an ego death, and now they're feeling bad about it. So it's like, something bad has happened, and the person's just been like, oh yeah, whatever, I'll just go somewhere, I'll just do whatever, or I'll just believe the liars. It's no big deal, you know what I mean? I'll get over this person, whatever, blah blah blah. And then it'll be like those word cards. It's like, I didn't realize how important you were in my life. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I was such a C word. A little bit like what we're having to watch on Love Island. Oh yes, sorry, I just accidentally, you know, slept with you one night and then decided I was in love with your fucking pal in the next bed the next night. You know what I mean? And then he might change his mind in a couple of days. Shall we just forgive him because he's 22? I mean, I'm kind of going that way. Do you know what I mean? He's really annoying. Like, I don't, I, I'm struggling to like any of them at this point when they act like that. It's fucking brutal. Like, how the fuck would you like that? Do you know what I mean? Somebody needs to say that to that guy. Would you like that if she done that to you and then hopped in the bed with your pal the next night? You know what I mean? Fucking I like to see how some of them fucking handle that. Anyway, so realizations, forgiveness, epiphanies, understandings, awakening. I'm struggling to get with that. So yeah, I think that is basically what it is. Somebody's having a huge realization about how they've treated you in the past. Let's see if this person's had a come to Jesus moment and it's all going to turn out fucking happy, clappy in the end. Yes, awareness, importance, value. That's so. Look at that. Even when I'm taking the piss, it's still the truth. That somebody has realized the importance of this connection and the value, and now they're deeply feeling. But I feel when this person was in the shallow, they were very shallow and fucking nasty and brutal. But now they want to reciprocate. I want to have equal give and take. Yeah. So they were selfish. That's what it means. The person was selfish. They fucked off. Something bad's happened. They didn't give a shit. All these kind of things, guys. But we'll find out from these cards. That's quite funny too, because I didn't know where these cards were, and my hands just automatically went to them. I'm anxious. Well, I can fucking see why from what we've just saw. Right, so I'll just have the wee chat with the cards. I'm anxious. I struggle with pressure at home, at work, at home with you. I struggle because it makes me feel rushed to do things I'm not ready to do, and that's something I have to heal. So again, I feel it's more this person's anxious because of the things that have been arising for them. The feelings about whatever this is in the past. But we're asking where this person's at presently now. When I say this person, it's all the people that have fucked up like this, basically. Because there's more than a couple that have fucked up. I've been watching your socials and admiring your pictures. The one that likes to come out a lot. I want a future with you. Yeah, so it is like, I mean, I'm saying it in a very sarcastic way. I'm sorry about that. It's just the way it's coming out. But I'm in my shadow. And I'm not going to apologize for that. but healed shadow, I might add. Assertive, you know, it's Aries moon, I'm more assertive. But yeah, this person's anxious. They've been keeping an eye on you and they want a future with you. But also, whilst going through all these realizations about how much they fucked up in the past and treated you like you didn't matter. Oh dear. As I pulled the card about that, I sabotaged our connection because it was too intense. I don't think we really need any more, do we? But oh no, we did. We needed this. I've been working on myself, and I'm not the same as before. Yeah, so that's the story. So if that all sounds like you, well, first of all, I'm sorry if you went through something horrible in the past. Again, that'll be all of you, but I doubt very much the same. You went through all the same things, but where else is this masculine right now? Let's see if we get. I saw mission and motion, but let's see if we get fast track to ascension. Oh, mission and motion came out again. Oh, 8-8 as well. So the Lionsgate portal is going to be significant for this group of twins. Honor your agreement, mission and motion. So mission and motion, I'm kind of taking that to mean this person's not the same as before, and that's why it feels like they're cringing. They're realizing they sabotaged it. You know, they want a few. That's really smart as well. That's really significant because this person's it's very on a very deep level. So when the card depth came out, this person is now realizing how badly they sabotaged and fucked up because they do want this. Like they want a future with you. And so it's like I can feel this person being like, so why did I go to that length when I do want this? Like, why did I do that? And that's what's quite fascinating too, because although I'm saying that about Love Island, that I'm being serious when I say that, it's horrible when you're watching it because you're like, what a horrible little C word. Like, you know what I mean? Seriously. If you watch these girls crying in that and and then like I said, when the guys get I mean but that's the thing, when you're too soft, I end up even crying for the person that's just been a do you know what I mean? But it's kind of sad too, because you can see like that guy was crying about how he's treated both girls, particularly the one that's just been dumped, because she's sobbing over the other end of the garden. So, like none of it's very, you know what I mean? If you get pleasure out of watching people crying, you're fucking sick, basically. Like nobody would feel good about that. And that's the thing where it's like, that's what I meant, and I've said this before. What is it about males in general that they all seem to be like that? I'm not, and I don't mean like all men are the same. What I mean is, specifically on Love Island, it happens every year. Like something about the way that men learn. It's like they genuinely do have to majorly fuck up. Some to the point of almost not being able to come back from this to really learn. Because it's like I have watched some years where, you know, I mentioned this a few weeks ago, but I think it was just the one, it was either last year or the year before, maybe 2 years ago. And it was horrible watching the guy. Like he went into the, you know, the Casa Amor place. And yeah, he was just fucking, he was meant to be all, and they were a lot, they were like, this couple were like, you know, totally falling in love. They were all about each other. The girl was a rare girl that did have really good boundaries, really stunning as well. That year they were all, you know, really stunning girl. Like, you know, they made a nice couple. And that guy just sauntered in there like he didn't have a connection with anyone, was sticking his tongue down somebody's throat the whole fucking time. You're thinking, why are you doing that? Like, you know, you just got totally overexcited. And then it was like he came back. I don't think he didn't come. That was the thing. He didn't come back with a girl that he'd been bagging off with basically the whole fucking time. And then, but then I think she grasped on him. And anyway, it was. But what it always just sticks out to me is although it was so fucking heartless. I did believe him. You saw when he was like, "Oh my god, I want a future with this woman, girl." Like, and why have I just done that? You know what I mean? For like a whole, basically. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, but the other girl was. You're probably gonna, if you watch Love Island, you're probably gonna know the year I'm talking about. She was. One was clashy. One was clashy. Clashy. I meant classy. They were, yeah, they were clashing in personalities. One was classy, one was trashy. It was like he swapped the housewife for a hoe. Do you know what I'm saying? Um, and then, like I said, that so maybe this is going to have something to do with this because that guy was lucky. He did get that one back, but it was again, it was horrible watching how hurt she was because she was just like, Why would you do that? Because she knew that she was in love with he was in love with her too, and he was, and he is. They're still together. But it's like, why do you need to fuck up that bad? But I'm not. I'm just kind of putting out there. It is interesting. It's because you see it time and time again. But it's something to do with the programming. I feel in these. So in the world, I don't just mean Love Island. So what else have we got here? Yeah, somebody wants to speak their. Oh look, there's two cards with 88 on it. Lionsgate. Somebody wants to speak their truth and express themselves. It's like someone has awakened to how important this is to them because they see you're their mirror. It's like you're my mirror staring back at me. I sang that in the last one. It couldn't be any clearer. Karmic purge. They're purging the karmic people and they're going through hell because we've got the wee guy floating in the middle of the heal abandonment, time to forgive. So yeah, so it maybe feels like somebody's got major abandonment wounds and they wanted to abandon you before you abandoned them. That old chestnut. Right, okay, so that's the masculine story. Let's get some of the feminines, although they're not very good for that. Um, well, maybe we'll just get some of these. What's going on with the feminine then? So that we'll keep these masculine ones. I know you worry, I will see the real you and run. You're wrong. I love every side of you unconditionally. So homing in on what I've picked up on, this feminine group are saying, I know there's something that makes you feel like I'm not going to accept you because of how you've been in the past, but actually, you're my shadow. So although I wouldn't have treated you the same way you treated me, I forgive you, I love you, and I accept myself, therefore I accept you. You know what I mean? Something like that. Although that did flow word for word, didn't it? Keep going, you're closer than how you think. Sorry, I always mean to change that wording because it's bad wording. But yeah, keep going. You're closer, you're closer to whatever it is you're wanting than you think. Anytime you need me, I'm here. Whenever your fear tells me you wouldn't, whenever your fear tells you I wouldn't want to hear from you, it's just that I always do. I could never love anyone as much as I love you. I love and accept. Sorry, I keep going really high pitched. I love and accept you just the way you are after I just said that. I see and hear your name everywhere. You're more powerful than you realize. In a crowded place, I'm always wondering if you're near. You taught me how to love myself, and I know you're trying to love yourself. I'm proud of you. And then that's nice because I'm working on myself. I'm not the same as before. Excites me to know that one day I'll be with you, dream manifested. You are my biggest teacher, and I'm grateful because remember, we got the student card twice. You're very gorgeous. Well, thank you, Mayor. Mayor, is that how you say it? Right. Um, so what else? That's not really telling us what else is going on with the. Oh yeah, they want me right. What else is going on with the feminine? Relaxation. So full moon. So the full moon could have been bringing out some big feelings for you there that we had, and you could just be in a state of relaxation and protecting your energy and inner peace. Yeah. So this is why your soul's preparing to let. That does say let me go. So I feel it's like that's funny because that's stuck in the wrong deck, but it's never a mistake. I feel you felt like this masculine's energy, like let me go, I'm having fun, I don't want anything to do with you, fuck off kind of vibes, you know what I mean? I'm spiritually asleep, especially because Wake Me Up came on earlier, and now a song's called Fade into Darkness has come on. So it was like you felt this person's energy like let me go. So you let them go, you relaxed into your feminine, you found your own inner peace, and you protected your energy from the femme fatales and whatever they were getting involved with. Nervous. You make me nervous, even just thinking about you, I get nervous. I'm not sure what to say or how to act around you, but I feel that's come out because, again, because remember, this is from the masculine perspective. It's like that's come out because that's when I always say the feminine makes the masculine nervous like that. So they pick anyone else but you because they don't make them nervous. So it's like, look, because we've got I'm anxious. Sorry to laugh, but we've got I'm anxious and I'm nervous. I'm anxious and I'm nervous. So you can see from that perspective as well why sometimes masculines perceive the twin flame connection as not a good thing. But it's when you heal, and you should all want to heal for because you're worthy and to love yourself more, even if you don't want to be with your twin flame. You should want to heal for you. But the irony is, when you do choose to heal, if you're the masculine, you will want your twin flame because it's your own energy. If you don't, you're disassociated. That's basically the point. And then you wake up like the energy I'm reading now, like, oh my God, I sabotaged the future I want with it. You know what I mean? It's but it all happens to be, yeah, you're my soulmate. See what I mean? I'm nervous because I've just realized you're my soulmate and I treat my soulmate like crap. It must have been written in the stars because you must most definitely are my destiny. We belong together. That's interesting because um in the one I done earlier, like, but remember I done it. Oh wow, look, I'm sorry. The one I done a few days ago for today, it also had two cards about being the person's destiny, and I titled it, I don't know, like this person, you're. What did I title it actually? It's something similar to what's coming out now. I'm sure I titled it something like this person only wants you, or you're this person's future, or why is it not letting me see the whole? All they want is you. Destiny is calling. That's what I called it. Very interesting. I'm sorry. I hate how much I've hurt you. I'm so sorry for all the pain I've caused. You didn't deserve any of it. Now, think right back to the start with all the things I said at the start. Something that's happened here could have humiliated you. Many things could have, over many years, actually. Or it could just be like one thing. But I don't think it's just one thing. I think it's a few things. And this person's like going, yeah, going over it all. But at the same time, it's like they don't want to lose you because we've got it's on. I see you looking good and moving on. I don't care who you're talking to. I'm better. I will compete for you. So that's this person getting into that chaser energy. Father wounds. Oh, yeah. And then look, that makes perfect sense of everything I've just read. My father's a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges with connecting to the divine masculine energy within me and externally. So that's what this person's been working through. Maybe it's not always specific to somebody's dad, but it can be. Um, no one compares. No matter how many people I've met and experiences I've had, there's no one who compares to you. So perhaps it could have been, look, you're mysterious and you're my fantasy speaking out, and I'm leaving. So it's quite a funny order. But I think you're mysterious, you're my fantasy. But we had father wounds, and you know, I think this could be like males around this person have like encouraged them away from you. I'm leaving. I'm ready to leave a situation or a mindset that has not served me or hinder my growth. So that could be not listening to people that have given this person bad bad vibes. You know what I mean? Bad advice, bad vibes. But again, like I was saying, you can't blame other people because you decide things for your own life. But some people are so heavily manipulated, it's all very complicated. But once you wake up, you wake up. You got to take responsibility for your own life, right? Um. Oh wait a minute. Why is that? Oh my god, that's much better. I've left the fan on the floor and it is very muggy, just like this situation. You see what I've done there? Very muggy. Right. Um. Right. So let's. Oh, my nose is so itchy, man. Let's use the sexual tarot, and I just won't show much of the pictures. Right. So what? Um. What is something that would help this person get into the North Node? What's this? Right. What something that would help you move into your North Node is not dwelling on something being a missed opportunity. I'm not going to show you these cards because it's the sexual tarot, basically. There's not much to see on that anyway. It's a bit of a weird one. But basically, Four of Cups, something by not dwelling in something and seeing it as a missed opportunity, you could move into your destiny. And remember how much that fits with the word destiny coming out here. Or you could hold back your love because I've got the Four of Pentacles. So you could hold back your love and not go for it and see it as a missed opportunity. And that would keep you stuck in the past and the South Node. Or you could be like, it's on like that card. I don't want this to be a missed opportunity. I'm not holding back my love. And I'm going to give to this equally. But the woman's got her tats out, so I can't show you. I'll put my... Yes, this person, you could just go for it because now we've got another card also with her tats out. But it's quite a beautiful embrace. It looks like something's just happened there, if you get what I'm saying. Something's just happened on a lot of these cards. But there's a little, I don't know what the hell that's meant to be. It looks like little people in the fire. Oh, wait, I wonder if that's meant to be. I wonder if they're trying. But anyway, I'm going to take that to be something nice. But I wonder if that I was going to do something with like if they're saying that like somebody had done. I think they are trying to tell me like there was some weird voodoo spells or something because I'm seeing that as like little dolls. But you could also see it as like people in the fire, like playing like flames, twin flames. But you could also, I think that's meant to be. But anyway, it's the Ace of Wands. So there's a passionate, fiery new beginning here. And be careful if you don't want to, like, create babies, basically, because that's what looks like it's happening in that card, and that's what that card's about. But there's healing, there's hope and healing on the horizon. And there's a whole lot of swinging going on. The 4 of Wands card in this is rather adventurous. I don't know if I can show you. I don't know if I can show you any of it. Oh, okay, yeah. And then behind it, we've got the lovers, and that's the greedy guy with 2 birds. So absolutely hilarious because it's what I've channeled on this. So I need to hide half the card, but look, that lovers card, he's got 2 women. See? Somebody couldn't choose at one point. But that's the swing one. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't 4 of Wands though, that's the union card, but it's just these are so funny. Victory, passion. Yeah, this person's feeling like they can make this happen. Yeah, whenever that manifests. Right, so what are the karmic lessons that are needing to be released? I think the devil might pop out of this. Right. Feminine, you're a wounded warrior. We've saw this. Something has happened at some point that's humiliated you. You're not alone if you're divine feminine. I think we all feel that one. But yes, you're a wounded warrior. That's a karmic lesson you need to release, especially to be able to forgive this person. Again, I feel you just want the truth and clarity. That's the King of Swords. So you just want the truth from this person and some clarity to be happy. But I also feel it's that they're saying, because I'm asking about, karmic lessons and what needs to be released. You need to release feeling like a wounded warrior. You need to wait for the truth and the clarity to be happy. If that speaks to you. Oh my God, look at that. Because you are the Queen of Swords to the person's King of Swords. Again, doesn't happen a lot, but actually on this channel, that happens all the time that I pull the matching pairs. It was the Emperor and the Empress, the last one. I've been pulling out all the pairs, actually. But yeah, and again, Queen of Swords in the other deck is, normally got the sword up, and it's like, what the fuck do you want? And that would be very understandable in what I've read. big time. But this Queen of Swords is like, yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, hit my shamanic drum. I'm gonna hear you out calmly because you're the other half of my soul, which fits with all the rest of this because the card at the start was preparing to reconnect. So it's kind of like what I'm getting from this is whatever shits went down, you're each other's person. That's what I'm getting from this. Whatever crazy shits went down, with an honest conversation, you're going to be able to get the happiest card in the deck. But this person has to be brave enough to go for their exact match. Oh, I'm feeling that all in my head. Somebody's really feeling this message. Look, I want a future with you. But it's kind of like the person doesn't get the future with you if they stay seeing it as a missed opportunity. Right, let's put them back and see what that. I feel that's that was the feminine, so masculine. The masculine just wants their empress, but also the masculine, the emperor wants their empress. This king of swords wants their queen of swords, but also that kind of came out reverse. So there could have been a mother figure that was getting in the way of this. So it's either, you know, someone's mum or a mother of a child. But an empress in reverse is a cold-hearted woman, not very loving, that was blocking somebody's happiness. Or somebody's happier now that's behind them, out coming out the cold. Yeah. Someone's been around a cold-hearted mother figure. Remember, that's just somebody that's got kids. So you'll know what that is in your story. But they're happier now. Sorry, I'm laughing because in that film, it's like, I hope you're happy now. That's the only bit I remember because my niece was singing it. And it looks like this person is happier because they've put the Five of Pentacles behind them. Look, singing on the beach with a shell. They're more open hearted, like in their feelings. Healing, having went in hermit mode, coming in fast when they feel healed enough. This is a karmic lesson someone's releasing. Yeah, someone was at a crossroads at some point. They've now got their balance, but maybe they went the other way when they were out of balance. Yeah. This person, the karmic lesson they're releasing is they chose a cold. So I think that actually is a partner because it could be, remember, it still could be a mum too, but it's like someone chose the wrong way. They're telling me they chose the wrong way to a cold hearted woman. Oh my God, see how it fits with the cards at the start too. They chose a third party when they were out of balance. And now they want a Queen of Wands. Because you can be, so if you're a divine feminine, you could be like a Queen of Wands and a Queen of Swords. Basically, to me, fiery, passionate, fun, flirty, but also got your boundaries, male or female. Don't wake me up's on again. Don't wake me up. There's secrets coming out, or the secret's going to come out that this person's slowly making their way to you after an ego death. Queen of Cups now. Yeah, see what I mean? So that's, wait a minute. What the fuck? Oh, because we did. If we get the King of Wands, that'll be nuts. So you're like a Queen and King of Swords. This person's completely in the fields for you, a King of Cups, and they see you as their Queen of Cups. Basically, you're two matching. You've got two matching pairs. That's nuts. Or unless I'm just picking up on different sets of twins, like a very loving, emotional pair of people, very psychic, and then also very matter of fact, intellectual. Yeah, I mean, you cannot. Now there's a Queen of Swords in the verse. At some point, like a nasty female has kept somebody away from someone from the past that was a wish fulfillment. But now this person's there's a awakening going on for the person that wants to go to the person of the past, and that's that hilarious card. Haha, I'm moving on. God has spoken on this. I have been humbled. I have had many sleepless nights. I haven't been able to move on from the devil. Oh dear. Now remember, the devil can be, well, the devil can be a person, but the devil can be an addiction or a situation that had somebody trapped. But that's not very good because, like, that's the fuck this card, but it's in the so somebody at some point somebody couldn't put the devil behind them. They couldn't put this toxic habit behind them. Although that is in reverse. Okay, there's something here about somebody had broken away from the devil, like the addiction or the person, but they felt like even though they were away from them, they felt like they couldn't get away from them. If that makes sense, I can see how that can make sense, and it was keeping somebody awake at night. This could be people's exes that don't leave them alone. Yeah, look, because there was no, they weren't an option. It's in reverse. This person wasn't confused. They had passion for you. Now there's the King of Wands. Look, that's, oh my God. Wow, what is all this? Look at this, right? This always happens when I use this deck. This is my favorite deck. Whatever all that means, it'll make sense to whoever it's meant to. Someone was holding somebody back. There's the King of Wands to now the Queen. So basically, for all the sets of twins is going to make sense of it. You've come out as the King and Queen of Swords. So I feel you're both putting your boundaries up with people, right? Protecting this union, or that's the way it'll go. But I feel like both people are doing that. You're very in love with each other, very loving, intuitive couple, King and Queen of Cups as well. And you're also very passionate, hot for each other and hot people, King and Queen of Wands. Now, what's left? If we get the King and Queen of Pentacles, you've also got a lot of abundance. But that's kind of nuts at all. So I think this is basically different sets of twins. But if you're all free, fucking pretty good. But yeah, King of Wands. This person is very passionate about you, but there's been delays. Something's been delayed to a lover's connection because we've got a Dirty Dancing card. Because then we've got the Three of Wands. Oh, these are all in reverse. Also, though, that can mean that's happening like very soon, like now. But yeah, look, a karmic group was working against this higher connection. A family in reverse, a family could have been working against this too. But that's what the person wants. Look, the guy that's like, I'm just having a wee cup of tea and I'm on my way to my lover. But they were both in reverse. So it's like that's what that person wants in an ideal world. But they've been delayed by all these things that are coming through. So, right. Whatever that all means, I'll put them back and do the next bit. Right. So, that's so crazy though, right? Because it's like I just let that flow, but I can see how that all fits with everything I've channeled. Because if femme fatale came out and then all the rest, it's like all the things and the people that got in this person's way to distract them from where they were meant to be. And that's why that's why I'm on my way to you. I regret what I did to you. They were just sitting there. They just wanted to chuck that in because I've got the clarity. It's crazy. Right, so shadow work, though, I think we just saw the shadow work, but what's some shadow work? Voids. Avoid rushing to fill the voids with love. Seek inner fulfillment first. So basically, I feel the Divine Feminine group, I feel you've done this. Like, I feel you didn't like rush to fill the voids that you had from this person not being in your life. I feel that you went within to get that inner peace and all the ones that came out earlier. Yeah, because you know that this is worth waiting on when this person heals enough to come towards you. Romantic surprise are on the rise and be open to them. So just trust in that you didn't fill the voids with other people or things that didn't serve you. And for that, you've got this romance coming towards you. Right, masculine shadow work. So basically, stay in that energy. Dressing up. An opportunity to dress up and party. Fun times ahead. Make time to be with your person. Create your own special hideaway. Right. Remember, this is the shadow work question. So I feel what this is about is it's like this masculine, because that's a shame I put that card back, but because it was like this group of masculines have sabotaged by because this was too intense. You're going to have opportunities to dress up and party and have fun times, or you've got opportunities to get to know your person and create your own special hideaway, or dress up and party and have fun with your person. But I think you could take that two different ways. It's like this person's karmic test is going to be you can go out and party and do all of that again and have a fun summer and deal with it later, like these guys on Love Island. Or you can face up to what you're scared of now and not sabotage. But Mercury retrograde in Leo, lots of people will choose the illusion because that's what I just feel. So that's why I do this shadow work bit. It's like I'm using my seer ability, all of this as entertainment, as we know. But it's like you've got a choice, you know. You can go dress up, have party, fun times, and drink away your problems, party away your problems, shag away your problems, all of that. Or you can face up to what it is you want. And the only reason I'm saying it like that is because we've already saw this person say they want a future with you. Be aware of love's illusions, see reality clearly, illusions. So yeah, that's a very stern warning coming through there. Not surprised on a Mercury retrograde in Leo. Um, right. So what would help with inner union? Let's get some self-love cards. Or let's get these ones actually. I'll read these ones. Right, so let's get a divine feminine goddess to help. So what would help the feminine with inner union? And I've not been saying that throughout this, but when I say the feminine, this is also the masculine's feminine side. Yamoja, the goddess of all that flows. Oh, that's that really beautiful mermaid. I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. Very beautiful lady. The saint of authenticity. I am my authentic self in all circumstances. She's a very beautiful lady too. So that's very Aries moon. So what would help within our union, divine feminines and masculine side, is remembering the abundance of creative energy that you've got and to keep it real. Do you like Mary the Fairy that's in the background? Mary doll. Some people will be like, what the fuck's going on? But my niece was playing with her and I just popped her up there. So that's what's going on. She helped me through a storm 6 months ago, and we had the worst storm here in like what was it, 20 years or 30 years or something. I was fucking terrified. Of course, none of that was natural. Most people probably are aware, but it probably happen again at some point. You know what I mean? That was quite scary. That's all. That almost feels like a dream when that happened, or a nightmare. Um, right, the masculine has Mary of Nazareth, the Mother of God. So I'm blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. Oh shit! I was going to read it from the book, so I'll remember. So, and then I opened it. Mary Magdalene, one of my guides, and I'm wearing the red. Let's just read that Mary first. We can only deal with one Mary. Wait a minute. I'm going to have to watch that back, but that was nuts. Did I? I think they got me to mention Mary before I pulled the Mary card and then saw Mary Magdalene in the book. Hey, if I said Mary because the card said it, but I think I'd done it before. Anyway, that's fucking up. But also, what that's telling me is there's one of you that you've got a Mary and I mean, God, who's not? I mean, there's one of you. There's going to be like 10,000 of you that have got a Mary in spirit. But there's someone specifically who's got, there's an anti Mary I can think of. I'm just wondering, with me saying Marion that much, Mary. Now that sounded like Marion, like Marion. Marion. So a Mary's trying to come through. That was again, it could just be Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary energies coming in really strong, but that was all quite weird how Where's she gone? Oh no, it's because my head's in the way. Anyway, I just clicked there. I was like, wow, I'm pointing out the doll, and then I've said Mary twice. Right, 5. Right, so this is a masculine's card, but this can also be for the feminine too, and then I'll read the feminine after. So, I'm blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. Mary of Nazareth. Right, well, I can't bother reading all that. Let's just. Yeah. I've always imagined that Mary was terrified to hear an angel loudly announcing that she was meant to be the mother of God. Her surrender to Gabriel's words feels so courageous and too unacknowledged. Mary has no idea what she will have to meet with, what will be asked of her, or what this love for her son will put her through. But she says nonetheless, so that she can be in service of the divine. Mary's acceptance of her role has been in the shadow of the Christian story, uncelebrated because she's seen as so divine. But she was human too. She could have said no. Her courage could have faltered, but she aligned with the light. She heard Gabriel's words, "Be not afraid," and allowed the divine story to work through her life. So the message for the masculine is, "Be not afraid." See how it amazingly. And then I looked up at a song called "Can't Decide." I can't. I can't even. And allowed the divine story to work through her life. And she let joy dictate her response. Mary leads us to trust that we can say yes to what feels light. It doesn't have to make sense, divine masculine, because masculines like to make sense, or work with the timeline the ego has mapped out for us. In the midst of our ordinary everyday lives, we can say yes to the angel who greets us in the space of our heart and let the energy of joy give birth to the divine through us. Am I in service in the light within me? Oh, and the next one is my one, Joan of Arc. I have a steel-like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. Right, what did I pull? It was oh shit, I don't know if I can remember what she's called. Oh no, I can. It's that one. 194. So this is the feminines, but it can also be for the masculine. The goddess of all that flows. I'm the ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. Yemojia creates a flow where before there was a block or a stagnation in our life force. When we feel uninspired, stuck in life, or in a creative endeavor, from having a child to writing a book, Yemojia is the feminine essence that sets our energy back in motion. As a mermaid, she exists both in the world and also in the unseen depths. She can help us dive down deep into the unconscious or into the collective unconscious and retrieve the hidden secrets, the wise pearls that we need to integrate now for our life to flow again. As the queen of the ocean, she baptizes us to start over, to begin again right now, to let everything become brand new. She encourages us to use water as ritual, to send out our offerings to her, to bless our bodies in a warm bath or walk along a body of water and allow its perspective to give us the answer or blessing we seek. The Emoja wants us to cleanse us of our thoughts holding us back. Why do children calm down after a bath? A lot of them don't. But why do we feel healed and more centered after a nice long soak? Water's element that held us in the womb, the return to our first and most primal element, the loss of gravity. Oh no. Defying gravity. The freedom of buoyancy. This allows us to release feelings and thoughts of being trapped or stuck. Yamoja reminds us you to use your tail. You're not of this earth, you are of the sea. What do I need to bring from out of the depths into this material world? Interesting. Okay. So that's what you need to do for inner union if you resonated with the rest. I'm just trying to decide, will we do, and you've got your past life lovers. I'm just trying to decide, I think I will just do, I know it's really quiet, but I think I'll just do Taurus. Because yeah, because I'm nearly finished this, so fuck it. Then I don't need to do one tomorrow. Right. Let's just Right. This is what you need a soul retrieval for if you resonate with this bit. I miss what we had in the past. I often reminisce about those times. That's a Mercury retrograde card coming in. If you resonate, I feel you're missing a twin flame and you need to do a shamanic journey with me to set the wheels in motion energetically. So I don't know what specifically that's about, but that's what I feel. Another one. You're so perfect. I don't think I can be that perfect. That's somebody that needs to do a session with me to basically something around your own self-worth. Because first of all, nobody is perfect and nobody in their right mind would expect you to be perfect. So it's something like that. These are basically unattainable expectations that sometimes people put on themselves as another form of self-sabotage. What do you think of me right now? You need that somebody needs therapy with me to not give a flying fuck what people think about you, whether it's your twin flame or anyone else. I just want to be with you, period. Because when you're in that unshakable energy, you would just be with who you want to be with. You wouldn't give a fuck what people think. I just want to be with you, period. That's fucking hot. That's what you want. That's what you want in a twin flame. Whether you're divine feminine, divine masculine, you want somebody that's like, I just want to be with you, period. Don't give a shit what people think. You're the right person, but at the wrong time. Right. What do we need to know about the future? What do we need to know about the future? A separation's coming to the end because somebody has saw through the illusion because that's peeking out again. Deception is coming to an end. There's a This is all. So this, if this is yours, this is all really fitting with what's come through. Some sort of separation's coming to an end in because deception's been brought to light. And it's true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. But that makes perfect sense because we've had the Queen and King of Cups, the Queen and King of Wands, and the Queen and King of Swords, all in the same thing, as well as all the passion and everything like that. So, yeah, this is true love, and there was a lot of people trying to stop it, including the person themselves. This is coming through as like self sabotage. Notice everything remarkable about your relationships. I think people noticed that this was true love and they were jealous. They try to stop it. Temptation. See, the temptations, people, it's like the devil. The devil sent the temptations in. Think carefully about the situation. But now the telepathy is heightened and the spiritual journey is really amping up for the masculine. A moment's coming very soon where you can talk because it's the one where they're having a coffee. Embrace your loving connection. Rejoice. That's what's coming up. Look, and then I know what they're saying. So somebody's had to spend a lot of time giving back to themselves so that they didn't fall for all the deception and the femme fatales and the manipulative women, men, whatever you are, whatever you're into. They realize that they do deserve love, but genuine, unconditional love from their twin flame. In both these cards, it's the man, the wee boy, and the man making the effort to the woman. So that's what's come through in all of this. At some point, this person really hurt the other one. And it really looks like it's a man that hurt a woman because that's what's come through in this imagery, but also the other ones. But that's like the person's healing their inner child to become. It's like someone's going from a boy to a man. I don't think we're going to see that in Love Island, but I mean, well, actually, I think we probably will. It usually do, but that's how this person feels. They feel like they've went from a boy to a man, and because they're looking back on their behavior, like, oh my god, they're putting an end to it. Somebody's looking you up. I'm just looking at these. There's secrets coming out. They're living in the moment. They're telling you to live in the moment. Karmic friends. Like, I wondered why they're making me do that. I mean, that was the jealousy that I've just channeled. Can't fully trust them. Tension, secret competition. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Wow, that's really come out in this too because of what I was saying about Wicked. Yeah, that actually really. Again, remember, I'm just, like I said, I've got more into this, but I couldn't be bothered, and I've kind of just used that energy to do it. But it's like that is Aries, though. It's just very raw and real, and that's what this has been. And it's like, but at some point, I remember saying something, feeling that because when I was saying that about the friend that, like, the girl in that film, just she's not very nice to her the whole film, and then, well, most of it, and then they become friends. So it's a weird. I liked it the other day when I watched it, but it is weird too. There's a lot of fucking stupid woke shit in it, but that's the bit I'm just kind of like, what, she meant to thank her because she was being horrible, and now she's decided she wants to be nice. Like that would be like a karmic friend being a complete bully, like being horrible at you and getting everybody. That that would be like a karmic friend that gets everybody on side with them, even though they're the one that done something to you, and then they feel sorry for you. So then they're like, "Oh, listen, everybody, let's be cool now." So and then everyone comes back to the person that's been bullied. I hope if you're the person that's been bullied, you'd be like, "You can get all of yourselves right to fuck. See you later." That's self love. Spoken by a true Aries. Anyway, that must be relevant because that, like I said, my hand just went to those cards, but it's totally the vibe. Right. So, because that would be being desperate. Why the hell would you ever take pals back like that? Ugh, no. Because real friends in the first place wouldn't treat anyone like that. They weren't real friends. If they treated you like that, they weren't real friends in the first place. Oh, look, acceptance again. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things the way they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. If you are the divine feminine, that's you. Look, she's crying. That could have been you at some point. You had to accept this person the way they were. Yep, look, look what I've just channeled. I think that's you. Look, curled up in a ball, feeling vulnerable, right? So this person could have made you feel like that, but I also feel you had karmic friends that made you feel like that. It's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now's the time to give to yourself. My God, this is forgiveness. Yeah, I think that's what they're saying. At, karmic friends, remember, it's not just lovers, it's friends, anyone that comes back from the past. Look out if you resonate with this. I feel you could have karmic people, karmic friends trying to come back from the past, and you've got to be careful about the ones you forgive. The one you forgive is your twin flame, if it's your true twin flame. I don't know because I don't know everyone's story, but make sure it's your true twin flame. Everyone else, not so much. It'll be different for different people, but that's what I'm getting from this. It's like give forgiveness. You can give forgiveness, but you don't need to let the same people back in your life. Forgiveness, stop focusing on your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So it's like give the forgiveness, but I wouldn't let these people back in because I wasn't even going to use that deck. They made me pick that up for a reason. Um, right. New air message. Is there anyone going to be around if I? Right, yeah. Blu-ray being. So this is what I am. Some of you might resonate with this. Direct divine expression, bridge between dimensions. But even if you don't resonate with it, it's basically Blu-ray beings. There's huge activations been going on within that 7-7 portal leading up to the 8-8 portal. But really, to me, this is just about very strong light codes coming in, especially if you do resonate with being of that frequency. Manifest, yeah. You like again, I feel a lot of specific Blu-ray twin flames, like your dreams are coming true. Manifest, co-creation, gratitude, divine alignment, joyful visions, because you stayed in your sovereign energy. And that's really funny because that's always how I describe Blu-ray twin flames. If you're a Blu-ray, you're somebody like myself that you didn't put up with all the crap that came about in 2020 and beyond. You stood your ground, and that's why you lost a lot of friends because other people were just, I will do what I'm told. You know what I mean? Right to choose immunity hooks. You had the right to choose, and you chose not to do stuff. If you get what I'm saying. You could have had dragon guides helping you there too. Integration. Forgive self and others. So forgive self and others, but you don't need to let everyone back in. Reunion, because your reunion's coming. Let go of defenses, open the door. So that can be literally opening the door. Yeah, manifest, open the door. Someone's coming to you. Like somebody's coming. There's a meeting coming. Coffee cup, open the door. That's I get what they're saying. Right. So is anyone actually going to be around if I do Taurus? I'm going to be blunt. I don't think I actually care. I think I'm just going to do Taurus. I'm just going to do Taurus. I've made the decision because I've somehow managed to finish this at 8:30. So yeah, I'm going to do Taurus. So please like, comment, subscribe. I will see you on the next one. I'm literally just going to come off. I'm just going to bend down and get some more cards, and I'm going to come back on. Um, Same old problem. Just trying to find.